Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're tackling a really important topic, something that affects millions of people but often gets pushed into the shadows. Let's be real for a second. Been hitting the sauce too much? Maybe a little more than you'd like to admit? That one drink after work to unwind has somehow turned into 3 or 4. Has the night out drinking with friends turned into a night in drinking alone, just you and the bottle? It's a subtle slide, but one that can quickly pick up speed. You might not even notice it at first, but then you start to question it. Do you feel that you need alcohol to complete anything? To be social, to relax, to feel creative, or even just to get through the day? If that's ringing a bell, it's a sign. It's time to slow down or quit. Alcohol is supposed to be a good time, an enhancement to a social event, not the main event itself. If you have to have it, if it feels like a necessity rather than a choice. A bad time is right around the corner. Your health, your relationships, and your future are all at stake. But the good news is, you have the power to change course, and you don't have to do it alone. Recognizing you have a problem is the first, and honestly, the hardest step. So, if you're watching this, you've already shown incredible strength. Now, let's arm you with the knowledge you need to take the next steps. This isn't about shame or judgment. It's about empowerment and health. Here's a solid breakdown of ways to quit drinking alcohol, including natural remedies, prescription options, and lifestyle strategies to manage cravings and support your recovery. We're going to cover all the bases so you can find what works for you. Let's get into it. First up, let's talk about some natural allies you can recruit for this journey. These aren't magic pills, but they can provide powerful support for your body as it heals. Milk thistle, for instance, is a well-known herb famous for its liver protective qualities. Chronic drinking puts immense strain on your liver, and milk thistle, specifically its active compound silymarin, can help support liver cell regeneration and function. Then there's kudzu root, an herb used in traditional Chinese medicine for centuries to reduce alcohol consumption. Studies suggest it can help decrease the amount of alcohol people drink, possibly by affecting alcohol metabolism and brain chemistry. It's a fascinating option for those looking to taper down. We also have amino acids and minerals that play a crucial role. L-glutamine is an amino acid that can help reduce sugar and alcohol cravings by stabilizing blood sugar and providing an alternative energy source for the brain. Magnesium is another key player. Alcohol depletes it, and low levels can lead to anxiety and agitation, so supplementing can help calm your nervous system. Ashwagandha, an adaptogenic herb, is fantastic for managing the stress and anxiety that often spike when you quit drinking. B vitamins are vital for energy and neurological function, both of which take a hit from alcohol. And finally, N-acetylcysteine, or NAC, is a powerful antioxidant that helps replenish glutathione, a master antioxidant in your body, which can reduce cravings and protect the brain from alcohol-induced damage. Now, let's move into the prescription options, starting with a medication that takes a very direct, no-nonsense approach, disulfiram, most commonly known by its brand name, Antabus. This medication works on a principle of severe deterrence. It doesn't reduce cravings or directly balance your brain chemistry. Instead, it changes how your body metabolizes alcohol. Specifically, it blocks an enzyme called acetaldehyde dehydrogenase. This means that if you drink even a small amount of alcohol while on disulfiram, you'll have a rapid buildup of acetaldehyde, a toxic compound. This leads to a very unpleasant, and I mean very unpleasant, physical reaction. The reaction can include severe nausea, vomiting, flushing, headache, and heart palpitations. It essentially makes you feel incredibly sick, associating the act of drinking with a terrible physical experience. Because of this intense effect, disulfiram is typically reserved for individuals who are highly motivated to quit, but need a powerful external deterrent to prevent impulsive drinking. It's a commitment. You have to be aware of hidden alcohol in things like mouthwash or certain foods. It's not for for everyone, and it absolutely must be used under strict medical supervision. But for the right person, it can be the definitive line in the sand that helps them finally stop. Next on our list is naltrexone, a medication that works in a completely different way than disulfiram. Instead of making you sick, naltrexone targets the reward system in your brain. When you drink alcohol, your brain releases endorphins, which are natural opioids that create feelings of pleasure and euphoria. This positive reinforcement is a huge part of what makes drinking so addictive. Naltrexone is an opioid antagonist, meaning it blocks the receptors that endorphins bind to. So, if you drink while taking naltrexone, you simply don't get that buzz, that rewarding, euphoric feeling. The drink just feels flat. By taking away the reward, naltrexone helps to break the cycle of positive reinforcement. Over time, your brain starts to unlearn the association between alcohol and pleasure, which significantly reduces cravings. This makes it an excellent option for people who struggle with intense cravings and find it hard to resist the pull of that feel-good effect. Naltrexone is available in 2 forms: a daily pill sold as Revia or a once-a-month injection known as Vivitrol. The injection can be particularly helpful for those who might forget to take a daily pill or prefer the convenience of not having to think about it every day. It's a powerful tool for preventing relapse and supporting long-term sobriety. After you stop drinking, especially after a period of heavy use, your brain is in a state of chaos. Chronic alcohol consumption suppresses the activity of a neurotransmitter called GABA, which has a calming effect and excites the glutamate system, which is an excitatory neurotransmitter. When you quit, this balance is thrown completely out of whack. Your brain becomes hyper-excitable, leading to common post-acute withdrawal symptoms like anxiety, insomnia, restlessness, and just this general unease, or dysphoria. This is where a camprosate, brand name Camprol, comes in. It's designed specifically to help restore this delicate chemical balance. A camprosate is thought to work by modulating the glutamate system and stabilizing the GABA system, essentially calming the brain's hyper-excitability. It doesn't help with the initial acute withdrawal symptoms, so it's typically started after you've detoxed. Its main goal is to help you stay sober by reducing the persistent, nagging discomfort that can lead to a relapse. By making you feel more normal and less anxious or agitated in the weeks and months after quitting, it helps maintain abstinence. Think of it not as a tool to stop drinking, but as a tool to make not drinking more comfortable and sustainable for the long haul. Now, we're getting into what are known as off-label uses. This means a medication is being prescribed for a condition it wasn't originally FDA approved for, but clinical experience and emerging research show it can be effective. Gabapentin is a prime example. It was originally developed as an anti-seizure medication and is also commonly used for nerve pain. However, doctors have found it to be incredibly useful in the context of alcohol cessation. Its primary mechanism involves increasing the brain's levels of the calming neurotransmitter, GABA, which, as we just discussed, is thrown off by chronic alcohol use. By boosting GABA-ergic activity, gabapentin can be very effective at managing some of the most difficult aspects of early sobriety. It helps to significantly reduce the anxiety and irritability that can be overwhelming when you first quit. It can also be a huge help for insomnia, a very common complaint that often drives people back to drinking just to get some sleep. Furthermore, by calming this overall neural hyperexcitability, it can also help to reduce alcohol cravings. It's a versatile medication that addresses multiple symptoms at once, making the initial transition away from alcohol much smoother and more manageable for many people. Another important off-label medication to know about is topiramate. Like gabapentin, it was first approved as an anti-seizure drug and is also used for preventing migraines. Its role in alcohol use disorder is backed by a growing body of evidence showing it can be quite effective, particularly for reducing heavy drinking days and managing cravings. The way topiramate works is complex. It affects the brain in multiple ways. Primarily, it's thought to enhance the function of the calming GABA system, while simultaneously decreasing the activity of the excitatory glutamate system. This dual action helps to quell the brain's overexcitement that drives cravings. This medication seems to be particularly useful for individuals who are not necessarily aiming for complete abstinence right away, but want to significantly cut back on their heavy drinking. Studies have shown it can lead to more abstinent days and fewer drinks consumed on drinking days. It can be a valuable tool for harm reduction. It might also be a good option for people who have co-occurring conditions like migraines or certain mood disorders, as it can potentially help address those issues at the same time. As with any off-label use, it's crucial to have a thorough discussion with your doctor to see if the potential benefits outweigh the risks for your specific situation. Medication can be a game changer, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. True, lasting recovery requires you to work on the why behind your drinking. This is where cognitive and behavioral support becomes absolutely essential. It's about building the mental and emotional skills to navigate life without alcohol. One of the most effective approaches is cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. CBT helps you identify the negative thought patterns, feelings, and situations, also known as triggers, that lead you to drink. A therapist then works with you to develop new, healthier coping strategies to deal with those triggers head on. But support doesn't just come from professionals. Peer support is incredibly powerful. This is the foundation of groups like Alcoholics Anonymous, Smart Recovery, or other secular sobriety groups. Being in a room, whether virtual or in person, with people who genuinely understand what you're going through is validating and empowering. They've been there. They get it. This shared experience combats the isolation that so often fuels addiction. And hey, don't underestimate the power of a personal accountability partner, a trusted friend, family member, or sponsor you can call when you're struggling. Knowing someone is in your corner, ready to listen without judgment, can be the lifeline you need in a moment of weakness. When you remove alcohol from your life, you create a void. It's not just the substance itself, but the rituals, the time, and the social structures built around it. To succeed, you have to actively fill that void with positive, healthy replacements. Physical activity is one of the most powerful tools you have. Exercise releases endorphins, the brain's natural feel-good chemicals, which can provide a mood boost similar to what you might have sought from alcohol. It also reduces stress, improves sleep, and gives you a sense of accomplishment. Whether it's running, lifting weights, yoga, or just a brisk walk, moving your body is non-negotiable. Equally important is establishing solid sleep hygiene. Alcohol destroys sleep quality, so learning to sleep well without it is key. This means creating a relaxing bedtime routine, keeping a consistent sleep schedule, and making your bedroom a sanctuary for rest. Socially, you need to find new hobbies and ways to connect with people that don't revolve around bars or drinking. Join a hiking club, take a cooking class, volunteer, pick up a musical instrument, or dive into a new video game. It's about rediscovering what you enjoy and building a life that is so fulfilling and engaging that alcohol simply doesn't have a place in it anymore. You're not just quitting something, you're building something new and better. So, we've covered natural remedies, medications, therapy, and lifestyle changes. The most effective approach almost always involves combining these elements into a holistic, personalized plan. Let's walk through what a sample day might look like for someone putting it all together. They might wake up and start their day not with regret, but with intention. They take their morning supplements, maybe some B vitamins for energy, NA to help with cravings, and ashwagandha to manage cortisol levels. Then, instead of dwelling on negative thoughts, they head out for a run or hit the gym, getting that natural endorphin rush and starting the day with a win. Later in the day, they might have a scheduled therapy session, either online or in person, to work on their CBT skills and process any challenges from the week. They're also consistently taking their prescribed medication, like naltrexone, to keep cravings at bay. In the evening, when cravings might typically spike, they have a plan. Instead of reaching for a drink to unwind, they practice a relaxation technique learned in therapy, like deep breathing or meditation. They might call their accountability partner for a quick check-in. They follow their sleep hygiene routine and go to bed at a reasonable hour. And once a week, they attend their support group meeting, reinforcing their commitment and connection to a sober community. This isn't just one strategy, it's a multi-layered defense system for their sobriety. Quitting alcohol is one of the most challenging, but also one of the most rewarding things you can ever do for yourself. We've covered a lot of ground today, from natural supplements and powerful prescription medications to the absolute necessity of therapy and lifestyle changes. Please remember, this is not medical advice, but an overview of the options available. It is crucial that you speak with a doctor to determine the safest and most effective path for you, especially when considering medications, as some can have serious side effects and require medical supervision for detoxification. The key takeaway is that you have options. You don't have to white knuckle it and hope for the best. There is a science to recovery, and using these tools can dramatically increase your chances of success. Whether it's naltrexone to block the buzz, acamprosate to calm your brain, or a combination of therapy and a new fitness routine, you can build a strategy that fits your unique needs. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Reaching out is a sign of strength, not weakness. You deserve to live a life that isn't controlled by a substance. This journey is deeply personal, and there's no one-size-fits-all solution. If you want, I can help you build a custom plan based on your lifestyle, cravings, or any medical conditions you're managing. Check out the resources in the description below to connect with me and to find links to support groups and professional help. You've taken the first step by seeking out this information. Now keep that momentum going. You can do this. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. If you found this video helpful, please consider subscribing and giving it a like. It really helps support the channel and lets me know you want more content like this.